Hey everybody, this is Ron Howard, Joe Powell from Extreme Sequences, and I'm inviting you to my master sequencing class coming up this July in Dallas, Texas. This will happen on July 17th. So July 14th, 15th, and 16th, many people already signed up for my 3-day xLights hands-on class, which is a good class to take before the sequencing class, in that the sequencing class will build on some of the 3 days, because we are working on mapping in those 3 days. But when you take the sequencing portion after that, it's going to help reinforce mapping techniques. So let's talk about this class. I'm going to be very, very short. If you've seen my sequences from the past, then you know I have a flair for pizzazz and being very, very detail oriented with my sequencing style. So here's a little bit of This Is Halloween. You won't hear the music, but I think people need to start watching more sequences without music. Just pay attention to the lights. What's going on? Is there a story here? Does this match what's happening with the movie? Well, there's the movie video, so that does help. Do the colors reinforce the story with what's going on in the movie? It's a great movie, right? Full on Disney. Is there cohesion? Is it immersive? Does it make you want to watch the entire show from the beginning to the end of the song? These things are very, very important. And we talk about this. Yes, we talk about some theory in xLights sequencing, but there's a lot of hands-on practicing that you can do. If we look at a different sequence, this is, what do we got here? Oh, this is one of my favorites. This won the 2022 Great Christmas Light Fight for the Castle family in Florida. And this was just so much fun to work on their show, mapping it over and doing some wonderful things. And they won the coveted ABC Great Christmas Light Fight trophy. So I'm still very proud of that. And I know that they're super, super excited to have been a part of that process and take home the win. Yay. So again, we have a lot of cool stuff happening here. What's the madness behind it? Why did I make these particular choices? Where did I start? How did I use the effects? These are all things that we talk about and demonstrate and practice in class that whole day. What is this one? Oh, this is What Christmas Means to Me, which has a lot of dancing characters. So can we use animation? Where can we get the animation from? How can we make the animation more interesting to reinforce the story of xLight sequencing? How can we incorporate effects with animation to tie it all together? I'm not going to say sequencing is super easy, but I'm also not going to say it's rocket science. It's understanding some of the principles. It's understanding mood and what you're trying to convey in your story. And then the rest is learning how to use xLights and effects. This is what we will be working with. This will be our layout. We are going to have music that we're going to import. We are going to create and import timings. We are going to begin framing the sequence from the beginning to the end. And then we're going to build on that framing to work on HD props. We're going to look at some states effects for the tree here. And maybe we'll put in a waving sound. We'll have some fun with that. It really depends on the time. 8 hours is not a lot of time to get so much information across. But it is going to be a heck of a lot of fun. And I'm not going to say I'm going to judge your work, but you will have the opportunity to spend time building the sequence and sharing some of your work in the class. Yes, please bring headphones, bring earbuds. You're going to need to focus independently of hearing other people's shows. I will be sending out information to the class on how to prepare, what to bring. This is hands-on. It will be using your computer. If you want to bring a secondary monitor, that's always a good idea. We'll have room. We'll have power for that. But you'll expect communications from me happening pretty soon. I've already communicated to the 3-day class. I will tell you this. Year over year, ever since, I would say, Biloxi, 90% of the 3-day class that attend sign up for the sequencing class by day 2, by day 3, because they see the fit. And maybe they like my styles of teaching. Maybe. I don't know. But we do keep it interesting. Anyway, so come out. Let's get our sequencing on. Let's learn this thing called xLights and become better storytellers with music and lights. All right, we'll see you in Dallas. Take care.